This is Beverly Hills. Here dwell the rich, the famous, the glamorous, movie stars, royalty in exile, retired millionaires, sportsmen, playboys.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. Racing me off to Europe so you can play post office with this queen. What gun did he pick you out of? I don't believe I know you. Well, how's this for an introduction? Why, I'll knock your block off. You and your brother army, you!
You've never gotten over me, and you never will. You'd like to put your arms around me right now, wouldn't you? You'd like to kiss me, wouldn't you? That's the truth, isn't it? I'll go out and get what I want. The way Stanley gets what she wants. I really like the Fitzroys. They know how to live, and I'm going to be just as hard as they. You hated me ever since Peter. You can't stand the sight of me because you couldn't hold him, Stanley. And it's not only Peter, it's Craig, too. You're afraid I could get him back, and I could if I wanted him. All I have to do is lift my little finger, and that's why you're tormenting me. Because you're jealous and you're getting revenge. Can't you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke? Dead, flat, stony broke. See? I've got $3.85 in my purse. And you were in love with me. And now?
Take a good look at yourself. The answer's written right smack across your face.
Keep away from me. I hate you. I hate everything about you. You and your righteous ass. Why don't you go back to Roy where you belong? She's just fool enough to have you.
The only person who will stick to such a woman is her husband.
You've thought only of yourself. You've never loved anybody but yourself. You wouldn't allow a dog in the house. Everybody knows about it. It's in the papers.
Honey, you better get Vincey's loan shark so once over.
Okay. He won't get my outfit the once over. Keep him away from it.
What are you afraid of?
I don't like the way your face is fastened on.
Well, I'll be down tomorrow morning, give you a chance to change it.
You're not running liquor anymore. You're in big business. I pulled you up out of the gutter. And you take a chance on ruining a $200 million gold mine to satisfy a grudge. Well, it's a fine way to pay me back for all I've done for you.
Well, I wouldn't pay you back that way, Al. You started this racket, you ought to have a share in it.
I suppose Mr. Blake will let me have it.
You'll have nothing to say about it. I'm running things from now on. If you want the Bronx and Harlem districts, they're yours. If you need protection, you'll get it. You don't trust me.
I don't trust anybody.
I've never seen it fail. Whenever mugs get into a scrap, the first thing they do is they start knifing each other. Say, I thought you were smart, Al. Keep on talking. Finally got wise to you. You're through. No, I'm just starting.
Copper.
You are going to try a man. The awesome power to kill will suddenly be thrust into your hand. Now, as I understand it, you were responsible for the trouble on the set, the take of scene 7. Well, weren't you responsible for the infamous blue pages, the last-minute rewrite of the scene that substituted... I ask you to bring copies of those blue pages. I assume they're in the briefcase. Yes. Your Honor, may these be marked for identification as defense exhibit? One more thing, Mr. Early. Do you happen to know whether the director staged and shot the scene exactly as you wrote it in the blue pages? Objection? Sustained. I would imagine any screenwriter would concur in your doubts. I believe that's all I have at this time. Mr. Berger? No questions, Your Honor.
We tried and our...
You think they'd let me win? The fates, the destinies, whoever they are that decide what we do or don't get. They've been at me now nearly a quarter of a century. No let-up. First they said let him do without parents. He'll get along. Then they decided he doesn't need any education. That's for sissies. Then right at the beginning they tossed a coin. Heads he's poor, tails he's rich. So they tossed a coin with two heads.
Girls, this is Felix Dietz. He's a blasted young pup who prefers jazz to the classics. He's arrogant, disrespectful, argumentative, conceited.
How do you do?
When it's an open and shut case like this one, I mean, did you ever hear so much talk about nothing?
I just think he's guilty. I thought it was obvious from the word go.
He was born in a slum. Slums are breeding grounds for criminals. I know it and so do you. Was voting not guilty?
Guarantee their verdict. They hired an expert from the outside.
Find something on every one of them.
But the one thing they didn't predict was someone on the inside.
The jury's mine, and I can push it either way for a price.
On the point of that knife, a man's life is at stake.
And
I say it's not possible. I want you to watch this because I don't want to have to do it again. I'll make myself about 6 or 7 inches shorter, okay?
It's about right, maybe a little more.
Okay, a little more.
Supposing they're wrong.
Couldn't change my mind if you talked for 100 years.
But what does it mean?
The odds are 1,000,000 to 1.
It's possible, but not very probable. I mean, they're born liars.
Only an ignorant man can believe that.
Here's what I think happened.
How can he be positive about anything? I don't understand you people. I mean, all these picky little points you keep bringing up, they don't mean nothing. What's the matter with you guys? You're letting them slip through our fingers.
Slip through our fingers? Are you his executioner?
You cut it.
Ever since you walked into this room, you've been acting like a self-appointed public avenger.
Shut up. You're a sadist. Shut up. You're a sadist.
He didn't change his vote. I did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm convinced. Not guilty.
Evidently, you've made up your mind.
No, Julie. You've made up my mind.
Well, then, goodbye, Press.
Think I ever would have looked at another woman if I'd received one grain of affection from you?
I'm sorry, Job. I'm really sorry I can't love you.
That's all right, Fanny. You can't really love anyone.
I can't bear to look at you, Job. Your eyes have such a hurt expression.